Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and we welcome you to this presentation of Stony Brook Seawolves hockey, streaming live on YouTube. Mike Colandra back and ready to bring you the action after quite a long break, but not as long as of a break as for this guy back right beside me, fresh from Florida, Trevor Magnani. Welcome to the new season, my friends.
Oh, it's good to be back here at the rinks. Not my first game back here at the rinks, as I've been covering the Junior Islanders over in the USPHL, but it's good to see the Seawolves back here with a hot, fresh New Jersey. The team is looking good this season so far, and they got a great matchup this weekend against the visiting University of Rhode Island Rams.
You mentioned fresh, hot New Jersey, and the Seawolves were mighty victorious over Oswego in that opening weekend in which they split the series with the Lakers, and they won big on that Sunday in their third Jersey debut by a final of 6-0. But here tonight, they're going to have a tough task on their hands as they try to break a 3-game losing skid in head-to-head competition, head-to-head play against the Rhode Island Rams, Trevor.
You're absolutely right. And this season, though, Stony Brook's got a bunch of new pieces in play here that they didn't have last season. Last season definitely felt like a little bit of a rebuilding season. I know you don't want to say the word rebuilding when it comes to college sports. It's like the death of the organization word. You don't want to say that, but definitely this season, this is a stronger, faster, bigger Seawolves team they had last year. And it comes to show with the types of performances that we've seen out of this team so far. While they did drop the first game against Oswego in the home opener, they bounced back to a 6-1 victory that was more indicative of the talent on this roster.
So I stand corrected. It was 6-1. I lost my train of thought. I thought I
all good.
The way Scott Barnico was playing, he was on top of his game, making saves all over the place. And I, for one, am glad I didn't mention anything about shutouts on the broadcast because I already ruined Matt Minerva's opportunity of getting a hat trick that game. I guess it's important for me to stay quiet if someone is on the verge of getting a hat trick. I gotta learn that.
You gotta keep that thought far away from front of mind.
I didn't know it applied to the broadcasters. I thought it was only for the
Where do you think commentary curse came from?
Hey, I'm still learning the biz, I guess.
Well, that's all right. It's a new weekend here for the Seawolves, and they're coming in against a University of Rhode Island Rams team here that is just coming off a tight 6-5 loss against the U.S. Naval Academy. They're 3-3 on the season. Stony Brook officially 2-2, or we can count or not count the 7-0 shellacking from Manhattanville, if you will, which is the payback win from last year when Stony Brook came up with a shocker and took out an NCAA team and definitely turned some necks.
Absolutely, and for Chris Garofalo, that loss is definitely on your minds, especially when things are now going to switch into that main gear all over again and focusing on winning another ESCHL title. And what better way to get back on the right track by getting over that losing hump over Rhode Island. And Rhode Island, they are a tough team, as you mentioned, Trevor, and they are one of the top power play goals getters so far to kick off the season. They have 8 already under their belts.
And it comes in, what is that roughly? A power play goal game minimum?
Yes, that's another thing too. I was going to make note of. This team has averaged a power play goal per game. So if you're Chris Garofalo, you'll want to do everything you can to stay off the penalty kill. However, Stony Brook right now, they are in first and lead the division with the best penalty kill percentage.
You could say they would be leading the league with a tie, as they are a perfect 19 for 19 on the penalty kill at home.
Absolutely. As you kind of see all over the ice, the guys getting their warm-ups in, we have to wonder who Rhode Island is going to be given the reins and nets to, because we already have our answer for who's going to be in goal for Stony Brook, and it's that man right there, Matvey Kazakov, as he aims to put the Seawolves in the best possible position to get a big victory here on home ice after quite a long time on the road and away from the islands. And for Rhode Island, they'll be coming down to either Callum Burgess or Curtis Briggs getting that starting nodding goal, and as we mentioned, Curtis Briggs put up outstanding numbers, which kick-started that Rhode Island campaign in head-to-head play against Stony Brook, in which they've been victorious the last 3 head-to-head meetings. But the question will be tonight whether that continues or not.
Backing alternative goaltenders for the Rams are going to be Nick Marangola and Callum Burgess.
Yes, and as I mentioned, Burgess from San Diego, California. He got he was in goal for the last game for the Rams, so we'd had to assume that Curtis Briggs, with the amount of experience and success he's had on the island in his playing career so far with the Rams, he's going to get the starting nodding goal. But I'd be surprised if it goes to Burgess. Not that he is not capable of holding the reins in net, but it just the track record right now that Curtis Briggs possesses at the moment.
Right, URI. If you want to take a look at some of the star players for each team, of these goal scorers, what do we got here in that category today?
Well, what do we got? You tell me, Trevor. Well, right here we see.
Well, I mean, we got Matt Minerva here who's been lighting up the score sheet here.
Oh, but no surprise. The kid's moxie has been growing ever so slightly ever since he came into the fold 2 seasons ago, and it just hasn't slowed down one bit. Yeah, he had that little injury scare in the second half of the season last year, but now you got a whole new rink, whole new fresh sheet of ice, nice jerseys to go with it, and Minerva, he's just playing like a boss these days. That moxie, that he still has that flair for the dramatic, and it's only kicking up a notch as the season progresses.
And over on the other side, so leading goal scorers for URI, you have Ethan Cordiero.
Yes. Got Ethan
Cordiero. Got multiple tallies this season.
Yes, indeed.
Along with Shane Muller.
One of those tallies Cordiero has is a game winner, and it is 1 among 3 of his goals he's scored so far this season. 2 of them happen to be also on the power play, so you have to watch out for him when he is out on the ice, as Stony Brook will definitely be on his radar throughout the night.
One of the things the Seawolves definitely are going to be cognizant of this evening is staying out of the box. Averaging a power play goal a game is one of those statistics that probably was circled, underlined with an exclamation point in the scouting report for this team. And you can guarantee the coaching staff is telling the Seawolves in the locker room, keep your head up, play smart, don't do anything stupid that's going to get you in the box, and let the game come to you.
You are not wrong with that, Trevor. And even though you want to stay away from those type of situations, you have to give it to Stony Brook's penalty kill for just getting the job done. Yes, the staying disciplined has definitely been a challenge for them, but they have backed it up every time they felt the pressure come knocking on the back door.
Yeah. As we said earlier, a perfect 19. That's a lot.
It is.
We're 4 games into the season.
I mean, look, they got the 3rd jerseys on display that I would presume a nice packed partisan crowd on hand tonight. I mean, those are some nice recipes for them to face that challenge that stands in their path. But yeah, a perfect 19. It's definitely intimidating for sure.
So speaking of packed crowds, usually this is the type of game where you get a lot of fans on both sides. URI is not too far away. It's a easily travelable distance for parents and fans to come down. So I expect to see a pretty strong showing here, especially over on my side of the booth here with some URI fans making some noise for their team. And Stony Brook Stony Brook's fans are going to have some competition to make some noise this evening.
And these are 2 names you're definitely more than familiar with in your over the years of you being affiliated with the PAL Junior Islanders, working their games, Trevor. Michael Lacossi and Ryan Godfrey. And here they are once again back on the island. Lacossi, a former Sachem Hockey Club player, as he'll look to make an impact on the defense. Meanwhile, Ryan Godfrey has a whole lot to deliver when he has the puck on his stick. Actually, last season, he made a big impact on the road in his return to the island against the Seawolves in that first of 2 head-to-head matchups, in which Stony Brook did go home with the victory 4-2, but Godfrey, yeah, he was making a lot of noise that night.
It's good to see some Sachem alums. I'm a Sachem alum myself, so puts a smile on my face anytime I hear that.
I know, because you used to play for Sachem.
Yep, I was back in the good old early year of 2009.
And how old are you now?
We don't want to talk about it.
I don't blame you. I'm.
Although I've got colleagues who will say, well, you can talk about it. You're in your 30s.
Hey, 30's still young, but, you know.
Next thing I got to look forward to is retirement. That's like forever.
Hey, at least you got the expenses out of the way. At least you got at least you don't have to worry about the college loans. You're all situated right now. Thank God. Oh man, warm-up's about to conclude here, and there's a nice shot by Spencer Boris. And
goaltenders out, snipers on duty.
However, Spencer Boris, for the last 2 games, or at least one of the last couple of games, he did receive a 5-minute major, and I believe that was at the end of the matchup against Oswego State. I do not think there were any heavy ramifications for him in regards to suspensions or penalties, but we'll have to see what he brings to the table tonight, because he is someone that Coach Garofalo wants to keep in his lineup from beginning to end.
All right, well, that's the end of warm-ups. We're going to let you go grab a bite to eat, a snack, and a drink. We'll be back in about 15 minutes for the starting lineups, national anthem, and puck drop here at the Rinks in Hauppauge. You're watching Stony Brook Hockey on YouTube.
teams make their entrance onto the ice for one last skates, and then the starting lineups will be presented to everyone here at the rinks. So while the music continues to bump, we'll turn our voices over to the public address announcer for tonight's starting lineups and pregame ceremonies. Two teams gather around their respective benches after the national anthem is played, and this time around it's a little bit of recording of it and not the usual festive version that we'll get from a fellow alumni or a member of one of the players is. The two teams strategize one last time. A fist bump from Kowalski to Kazakov. Curtis Briggs at the other end, ready and focused. Something has got to give for one of these two teams. Each of them standing with a 500 record. Only one going home victorious tonight. It's underway here at the rinks as Fess and Kowalski, who start on the back end, try to get things going for the Seawolves. Mulhern tries to swing that one up ahead to McKinnon. Fess pinching in there to try to grab it as Kowalski has to race back and get to it. Mulhern chases him down, throws the body as Victor Nikiforov gets it up to Pepe, who then slides this one further into the zone. Briggs playing this one the first time. Those two getting reacquainted right there as they got a little get-together back in one of the early matchups of the season last year.
Puck out in the Seawolves bench. Will face it off right outside the Seawolves zone here. Just under 40 seconds into this one here, and nobody really able to set up any pressure yet.
There is Ethan Cordiero, centered right there for the Rams, opposite of Matt Minerva. Two players to keep an eye out on for Minerva, who has a streak going on for him when it comes to scoring on home ice. Not just one goal, but multiple goals as the Rams try to swing this one back in their direction as Stony Brook will attempt to reset carefully, but instead it's relinquished down for icing.
And not the exact look they wanted there coming out of the defensive zone. Stony Brook scrambling a bit in their defensive zone. Rhode Island a little cautious to press on the gas pedal. They know how explosive Stony Brook can be here, so a lot of caution on both sides.
Absolutely, and obviously one man that doesn't want his team to be as cautious right now is Chris Garofalo. Just heard him from all the way up here. Move your feet. And this one is waved off the net, off its moorings, and right away the referees saw that immediately, and that is going to result in another face-off draw here in the zone.
Looks like that net was off before the shot attempt was made. There is a continuation rule where if the shot's in progress and the net goes off, there's a weird rule. It's not like the NHL where once the net's off, it's off, plays dead, but
maybe those rules applied here, or at least the referees.
Well, the net was off before the puck came back out to the point for the shot.
So regardless, the goal was not going to count.
Yeah.
Yes.
And URI's coach just asking for an explanation. Seems satisfied enough, and we'll face it off again inside the Seawolves zone to the left of Kazakov.
Another matchup between the two centers, Minerva and Cordiero, as this one's thrown on goal. Stopped again. Rebound, double denials by Matvey Kazakov early on here in this contest. Rhode Island sending this one around the wall. Cordiero on the hunt. Matt Minerva will look to gallop out of the zone here. Lost it there to the Rams. Cordiero, who retreats to the bench. New reinforcements on the ice for Rhode Island as Stony Brook tries to generate an offensive opportunity here. Mancini leaning on his man, lost the puck there, but he's going to get it right back. And who to get it? Justin Nakagawa. He scored on home ice before. As this one continues to be played on the stick of the Rams once more. Slapped ahead. Here comes Rhode Island. Zarilli putting pressure on the body of one of the Rams there.
Stony Brook definitely scrambling in the zone a bit. They got away with a bit of a hold there on the way in as URI keeps the pressure up here, but they give the puck up. This one's going to go all the way back down. No icing as URI dumped it back on themselves.
Roman Judge and Dimitri Forehand on the back end for the Rams. This one's floated on goal just wide off the stick of Trezera. Here comes Forehand again. Forehand. Nice maneuver. Gets one on goal. It stops by Kazakov that time.
And this one might be icing here. And it is.
Dimitri Forehand with an offensive opportunity for University of Rhode Island. I'll sure wake up the Seawolves as the defense of the Rams getting their chances on goal early on. Anthony Peschel on the draw here. This one is shot wide off the stick of Zachary Bell. Getting aggressive down low for the Seawolves. Here they come, pushing up ahead. Ermelini. There's a man in the middle by the name of Trezera. Ermelini and Mateo Data trying to cause havoc in the zone here. This one is flipped out of the zone. Advancing ahead, or at least trying to advance ahead for the Rams, was Corey Sabo. Big hit there by Liebold on Ryan Godfrey, the Long Island native, and we get a penalty, or at least a whistle. Hand pass is called.
Hand pass called here as that one will come all the way back to the Seawolves zone here. URI will get a fresh set of legs on the ice here. 16:26 to go here in the first period. No score, shots on goal. URI leads Stony Brook 3-1.
And we had to expect the shots on goal are going to change very rapidly as this contest intensifies. This one couldn't be twisted on down low that time. Stony Brook able to take it back, and here they come with a head full of steam. De Palma couldn't get that on the reception there. It stays in the zone, however. Stony Brook trying to tap it forward. Couldn't do it that time. De Palma down low as University of Rhode Island tries to reset quickly. Jonathan Shaw on the back ends. This one is sauced all the way across. Looked like it was coming in our direction, and offsides is called.
Stony Brook is a little passive here. As soon as they kind of lose control in the offensive zone, it just looks like they're backing up and letting Rhode Island come to them, which maybe that's the strategy today. Let Rhode Island come to them in the neutral zone, cause neutral zone turnovers, and try to make plays off that. But I don't know, that doesn't really sound like the game plan that Stony Brook would be rolling to me.
You have to wonder if they're playing too cautious based on the results they had the last couple of weeks. And maybe they don't want
7-0 loss will do a lot of things to a team, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, you want to prevent as much damage as possible, and obviously that's showing here tonight. Them playing very cautious in the get-go.
Absolutely, but it almost looks like they're slowly easing on the accelerator. They're going through the gears. This has to be what, like only the third or fourth offensive zone faceoff here, and Stony Brook will tally their third shot on goal finally.
Victor Nikiforov getting the liberties of doing that. Had an eventful opening weekend on home ice against Oswego State, in which he capitalized on a goal in that second matchup, in which the Seawolves were victorious. Here comes Ethan Cordiero leading the charge with the Rams. This one may have gotten a piece of Kazakov that time. Definitely heard more of the glass on that one. We'll get another draw here.
Puck went off a Seawolf on the bench here. Linesman Wolf eagle-eyed on that one. If we introduce tonight's officiating crew in the stripes, we have Sandos and then Vetrano and Wolf on the lines tonight.
Good old Frank Vetrano, a Comac, New York native.
Is that Carmine Vetrano?
Carmine Vetrano. Where did the word Frank come from? I don't know. Quite frankly, it's been a quiet night so far. Until now.
We were joking about commentators' curse in the pregame as we were getting things set up here, and Stony Brook will actually be going to the power play here. I thought that was them taking the slash there, but no, that's URI going to the box here, and Stony Brook getting their first crack at the man advantage.
A different change of pace and normally for the Seawolves, who find themselves taking the first penalty of the night in most of their home matchups. But here they are, going to the power play first. First time tonight, brought to you by Stony Brook Orthopedic Associates. Stony Brook Seawolves in their mini. Oh, look out.
Kazakov getting a little too casual in front of the net.
You are telling me. And here is Stony Brook in their last 50 power play attempts in head-to-head play against the Rams. They have scored 6 times, trying to make it 7 for 51 as Nakagawa controls down low. Data as that one gets punched out of play.
A good idea there, trying to open up the defense there, create the backdoor opportunity, and then try to get the defense to cheat a little bit to set up that shot on goal there, but expertly deflected out of the zone, out of harm's way.
We'll have to see what the power play has in store tonight for the Seawolves. The last game against Rhode Island, they only went 1 for 9. And here they are trying to bounce back from 7-0, as Trevor put it at the top of the broadcast, shellacking. And here's a chance on goal, stopped by Briggs. And one man now bounces another, and we'll have another draw.
So far, players are being well behaved in front of the net here as we get to the midway point of this power play.
Kozicki able to win it back. Teddy Valenti to Town. Town delaying. Ermolini walks in. Stopped there by Briggs. Town trying to keep it in the zone as he had heavy pressure from behind, and this will go for clear. Around the boards it goes. Town right back with the possession. Clock continuing to wind down on the man advantage for Stony Brook. Here's Town. Long range shot! Kick save. I believe that's a kick save. That was Briggs. Definitely getting a piece of that one. Tossed down low. The captain, Pepe, in close quarters with his teammates. Valenti. Look at the quick movement here by the Seawolves power play units.
There's a good look there, but unfortunately didn't hit the stick and went right outside the zone here. And Stony Brook is just struggling to put passes together here at the end of this power play.
So one power play gone by, and it wasn't a successful trip. This is turned over at the top. Rhode Island with a chance, but that gets blocked off a leg in front. Mateo Deo rushing over to cover his man. For the maneuvering down at the top by Bell, as this one is swallowed up in the catching glove hand of Kazakov for a stop.
And that's one power play down for Stony Brook, and some good looks at the beginning, but towards the end of it, URI was able to sniff out the Seawolves and start establishing some pressure towards the end. And they parlayed that into a great scoring opportunity.
Immediately off the draw, Kazakov had to kick the leg out. Once again, here's Stapalma with a chance, rushing in there, getting a hold of the possession, swinging it forward, but no one home. Data out of reach, and here come the Rams back the other way. This one is popped into the mesh and out of play.
And Stony Brook there kind of caught themselves in the middle of a change, and with no man to cycle, that offensive opportunity quickly fizzled, and URI was able to send the puck down the other way with much speed.
It's Anthony Peschel again. This time doesn't win the draw. Stony Brook trying to come up with the clear, or at least push it out of the zone. Spencer Boris holding it momentarily. Seems like the boys are still playing cautious, don't you think, Trevor?
Just a little bit, but they're looking. They're trying to get those passes to connect, but so far it's still been tough going.
Well, starting to see the physical department wake up a bit more as Liebel came in with a head full of steam. Here he comes again, out for has red in his eyes. He's reading red, looking for the big hits.
That's one of the things maybe coaching is saying. It's like, hey guys, you're looking a little sleepy out there. Let's start throwing the body.
Bear down, as they say, big chance score. The captain delivers the first blow, and it's Rhode Island who strikes first on the island.
Kazakov not happy with that one, having a little chat with the defense there. Definitely a bit of a defensive zone miscue here from the Seawolves, leading to URI's first point on the day.
Jonathan Shaw breaks the ice for the Rams just moments after the power play expired for Stony Brook, and uneven strength. It's the captain for the Rams delivering for his team.
Stony Brook started bringing the checking game, then URI reciprocated and Stony Brook wasn't ready for that.
Multiple chances and multiple denials once again by Kazakov. Now you're starting to sense the Seawolves walking on eggshells here. Still early for the narrative. Still a lot of time for the narrative to change. And here's Nakagawa trying to take charge. Smushed up against the wall that time by Shaw. Town pinching in there.
URI shutting down the cycle very quickly there.
Jonathan Shaw has a good look. Banks it off the boards. Doesn't connect with his man ahead. It goes for icing instead.
This will be a decent opportunity here for the Seawolves here. The face-off deep. And a URI team that's probably looking to get some of their pieces changed as the original line comes back out for the Rams.
So Shaw collects his third goal of the season, which puts him tied alongside both Shane Mulhern and Ethan Cordiero for the most so far on this University of Rhode Island team in the 2023-24 season. Stony Brook still getting physical, moment even after the goal given up. And here's Pepe gathering it off the boards, dropping it back. Town spinorama maneuver, twisting this one down low. Pepe looking for another option. And that is where Viktor Nikiforov tried to be, but was late in reading the pass or being there. Pepe keeping it in the zone. Jesse Edwards taking the task heavily in the corner. Mancini has to move over to a new position. The one stays in the zone. Stony Brook doing their part, continuing to put pressure on with the forechecking units against Rhode Island. Down low, Edwards offside is called.
That one just squeaked outside of the zone here, and just missed, just hit, just has been the theme of Stony Brook's first period. They won the face-off earlier, but they just hit their own player. The puck comes out, it shuts down the offensive play.
They're on the cusp of executing that tying goal, and only time will tell when that gets done, as Kozicki has to race back, get it over to Boris. Fess tried to launch it ahead to Kozicki, and Kozicki trying to chase it down, able to win that battle, or at least I thought, but Stony Brook keeps it in the zone. Another clearing attempt phased against the Rams until now as Fess gets it. Lifts this one ahead, no one in sight except the Rams defense. Here they come moving right in. Bell from a tough angle couldn't get that one to go. Bell has it again. Deals it back to the point. Judge, another shot from distance, pushed aside by Kazakov. Bell trying to work some magic here for the Rams offense. Stony Brook gets it back. Boris lifting this one up ahead to really couldn't catch and play it down to his stick as Bell pushes that one back in the other direction. Fess trying to return the favor to Palma, hot on the gas, trying to get to it, and he crashes into the boards as Rhode Island gets it right back. Bell angling this one ahead, intercepted there. Good job by Trezera and the Seawolves defense. Here's De Palma, quickly moving to the middle as he falls to the ice, backhanding that one just wide. Another chance as De Palma's back on his feet. Another opportunity in that one. Banked off a body as Data tries to control the momentum for the Seawolves here.
Rhode Island kind of almost in like a penalty kill formation in their defensive zone. They had a box set up just before with one man chasing the puck.
It's a drive by Valenti that screams wide. Teddy Valenti, he scored on opening weekend against Oswego, and he's looking for another big one. Perhaps as this one may have gotten a piece of someone in front, as this also gets cleared away.
Both teams looking to get some changes here.
Jonathan Shaw. A lot of time to reset, or so I thought, as Matt Minerva was coming in hot. There's Minerva again, running into Ryan Godfrey, who has to collect his stick as he heads to the bench for, I presume, to be repairs. As Minerva plays it down low, looking for a man in front. Denied there by Briggs. Minerva gets a face full of Jonathan Shaw in the corner. Nakagawa and Minerva in close quarters with each other. Nakagawa absorbing some of those pushes down low. Town fans on the shot. However, it goes across and finds the stick of Minerva, who gets pushed into the boards. Minerva still in control. Minerva trying to put Bell in the rinse cycle. Here's Nakagawa from the left circle, sending that shot over the net. Town looking to drop it to someone open. URI staying puts.
This is some very good pressure here from the Seawolves.
Gallo pulls the trigger, but it goes out of play.
Nakagawa had a really good opportunity, had top left open right over the blocker, but unfortunately sailed it up or got tipped.
He's had plenty of big chances these first 3 games of home play. Nakagawa, the freshman out of San Diego, California. Kowalski and company trying to prevent more damage. And there's a turnover. McKinnon dropping it over to Mulhern. Couldn't do anything there. Rams not able to execute. However, icing is called.
Bit of a miscue there for the Seawolves as they unfortunately couldn't get that breakout pass to connect. Down to 5:35 in the first period. Shots are pretty tight here, 10-9, Seawolves lead.
McKinnon couldn't win the draw back to Wakasi. Wakasi having trouble handling the possession. They'll have to race back and grab it before Pepe can get to it. Briggs missed on the swipe there. Stony Brook still administering pressure against Rhode Island despite them trailing 1-0. Punched ahead, Victor Nikiforov. Oof, taking a hard shoulder there along the glass. Stony Brook staying on the gas. However, it's Rhode Island who once again prevents Stony Brook from executing on the forecheck.
Passing's starting to get a little crisper here from the Seawolves as they're getting warmed up and acclimated to this game, but URI almost looks like they got the book on the Seawolves today.
They are locked, loaded, and have every one of those Seawolves players on their radar, and no surprise, it's why they are up 1-0 in this matchup. Cordiero taking the task in the corner. Boris, everyone pinching in the corner, trying to dig out the possession. Here's a chance, just missing the high-rising glove hands of Kazakov. Shaw calling for the pass, firing just wide. Another opportunity at the top, sent down low. Cordiero couldn't do anything with it as the captain, Pepe, delivers this one out of the zone. Grant Armelini switching gears. Kozicki. Armelini in close proximity of each other. Big shot on net, denied. Rebound, oh! Curtis Briggs, multiple denials, and he wants a word or two with Kozicki. And similar to what happened last year between Devin Pepe and Curtis Briggs, we get another one of those disagreements in front of the net.
Yeah, this one here is similar to what happened over in the Seawolves end. Goalie makes a great save, has to move fast, pushes off the net, knocks it off, and a good opportunity is denied due to the net being off. Although in Stony Brook's case, that one harmlessly went off the goaltender's pads.
Curtis Briggs holding his own in that sequence. De Palma throws the body, finishes strong. There's another big check and another key stop in the glove of Briggs.
Stony Brook's going to have to get creative to beat Briggs tonight. Whether it's insane volume or something worthy of Sports Center.
Well, it's going to have to be something beyond insane because last season, the last time these two teams played head-to-head, Curtis Briggs on Long Island stopped 37 of 38 shots against the Seawolves in that 2-1 victory, which kick-started the Rams' head-to-head winning ways against Stony Brook. Valenti frustrated. Here's a chance. Almost sneaking by. Kazakov gets back in ready position as the wraparound play was just beginning. Ooh, De Palma on a rampage right now. This one is swung over to the other side. Weebold takes a bump. Oh, no! Friendly fire as Thomas Liebold takes out his own man. That was Mateo Data, the Frenchman. Now we see Valenti getting angry, ministering the physicality against the Rams once again. The boys are getting fiery out there, Trevor.
It's just about that time. 2.5 to go in the first period. And you don't want to leave the period on the back foot, whether that's letting up a goal or having a big check or even just a good scoring chance at this point. I think that's what any team will take at this point is they want to have something to say that they ended the period with a momentum.
Mancini doing an admirable job at getting the possession back in the hands of the Seawolves. This is Town knocking the hit right there against his man, Tim Crane. Town, Shaw playing tag team in the zone. Minerva drops it between his legs, but no one found. Staying in the zone, Mancini and company. Another drive, sliding over nonchalantly and making the stop, Curtis Briggs once again.
Briggs a perfect 13 for 13 as we get under 2 minutes to go in the first period.
Justin Nakagawa, calm, cool, collected for the time being. Nick Gallo had a good look in one of his previous shifts for a big scoring opportunity. The hits keep on coming. Rhode Island prepared and ready every time the Seawolves come their way. Corriero. Oh!
That's called defending yourself big time in the defensive zone. You see the guy coming up to you like that, and you just throw your hands up in defense and hope for the best.
The sound of armor colliding into each other, or in this case, helmets and cages. The Rams trying to propel forward here as the final minute of play for the first has been reached. Minerva can't answer on the attack as we get an offsides.
And Minerva getting whistled here. I don't know if they're going to make this. If Santos going to make the call, doesn't look like it. Just a cautionary whistle.
Minerva may have gotten away with one there. Remember, back in a couple weeks ago, Spencer Boris got a major penalty for a little, I wouldn't say a little, but a spear that he tried to get away with, and definitely did not.
The rule book doesn't have any minor penalties for spearing, unfortunately.
No surprise there. That can hurt a lot. Half a minute to go in the first. Bell just sending that one wide, but it stays in the zone. Rams looking for one last chance. Big block off the leg of Nikiforov. Alexei somewhere in the building watching from afar. This one is sent on goal. Getting a piece of Kazakov, and that should do it for the first. After 20 minutes of hockey, the Rams lead 1-0. First impressions on the period, Trevor.
Well, Stony Brook definitely came out a little slow. Had a little bit of the sign of what happened to them in the in the first game of the season, and they were able to pick things up towards the end of the period. So it was kind of a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde period for the Seawolves, as they were slow, but then they were fast, and they were checking, and they were getting out-checked. They let up a goal, then they had some really good scoring opportunities. But they got to solve the enigma that is the University of Rhode Island goaltender, because that is going to be the key to Stony Brook winning tonight and taking some very important points this weekend.
As I alluded to at the top of the broadcast, that is one of the big key factors into Rhode Island getting another victory here on the islands. No pun intended. That man, Curtis Briggs, just a stalwart in net, and it's showing already after one period of play. 13 shots faced, and he stopped all of those so far.
All right, well, we're going to take a break here at the rinks. We'll be back in about 12 minutes here for the second period of play here between the Seawolves and the Rams. You're watching Seawolves Hockey on YouTube.
Shots 13-11, Stony Brook, who trail 1-0 after 20 minutes of play, and here we are getting ready to embark on the next 20, and which should be quite entertaining to say the least, as we started to see the two teams come reach new levels when it comes to the physicality, and the scoring chances, and now we'll see if that gets put into motion. Two teams return to the ice, and hope you, ladies and gentlemen, got a snack, a drink, or whatever, wherever in that little intermission break, because gonna have to buckle on up, sit tight. Should be one fun ride for the next 20 minutes.
It's definitely going to be a fun one here as we get things settled here, as the players get onto the benches. Last words of wisdom from the coaching staff of each respective team. And the referees even giving themselves a little pep talk here as we lead into what might be a very physical second period. We saw bits of it towards the end here as the temper started to flare, as frustration began to rise on both sides. That'll come down to who will keep the cooler heads here as we get set for the second period.
For either way, Stony Brook, it can go either way for them with that physical front on their end, as this one is dumped around the wall. Devin Pepe pinching over there to try to get a hold of the possession. This one is tossed down low by Edwards. Nice play by Kelly to cut off the feed there that time. But Mulhern gets it back. He's got a hard-charging Engelson streaking ahead. Here's Judge in the zone. Save made by Kazakov.
Big, juicy rebound here. Seawolves have to be sure they're on top of those.
Fortunately, no one was there to grab a hold of that second chance. Engelson floated wide rebound. Mulhern denied by Kazakov. Engelson, McKinnon. That one couldn't be put on goal there as well. More jousting along the wall as the Seawolves get a hold of the possession. Kowalski couldn't angle that one ahead to Pepe. Viktor Nikiforov tangled up with his man, crashing into the boards, also falling to the ice and getting up Brendan Fess. Detours to the bench. Gallo trying to get a hold of the possession in the zone. Mancini trekking back, and he'll recollect. Floated ahead, out alone at the blue line was Minerva as he sent it over to Nakagawa, or at least tried to. On the gas was Crane. Didn't do much there. Offsides warned. Seawolves stay in puts. Rams trying to reset carefully. Having trouble advancing in until now. Cordiero put to a stop that time by Data. And icing is called.
Some better looks here from the Seawolves at the start of the period. URI doing a good job of still gumming up the passing lanes, but Stony Brook is finding holes.
Shaw again, or Nick Gallo ready to. He'll do it again. Gallo, stick knocked out of his hand. Freshman out of Randolph, New Jersey. Valenti kind of take a stab at it as everyone bunches up in the zone. Irmo Nakagawa taking the task. Minerva fans on the attempt, but gets it right back. Fortunately for the Seawolves, they stay put in the zone. Trezera, save made by Briggs. Rebound put back out in front. Pinballing all over the place. No one able to jam it home. Trezera again at the top. Another chance kick save. Been a beauty by Briggs. And arm goes up in the air. And it'll be for icing.
And that was Stony Brook's best scoring opportunity of the entire game.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Trevor.
I think that was, that might have been the words of every Seawolf fan is, yes, more of that. With an extra side of that, please.
Shots 14 apiece. Stony Brook Couldn't execute there off the draws. Trezera has to relinquish it immediately. Shaw fortunately found a man ahead. This one continues to be punched forward. On the gas, Risatelli. And we get an arm up in the air. A penalty is called, and
that'll be a holding.
It's going against Stony Brook.
Pretty easy one there for the referee to call. Arms all over the Ram player and didn't let go, and Sandos is going to send the Seawolves to the penalty kill for the first time tonight.
What was that stat you alluded to at the top of the broadcast?
19.
19.
This is 20.
Exactly.
Whether it'll be on the
20.
left or right side of the slash mark on the ECHA website, we'll know in 2 minutes or less.
And this is what we warned about at the top of the broadcast. This is where the danger looms for Stony Brook as they come to a head with Rhode Island's very skilled power play units who have capitalized 8 times so far this season. Working at the top, Kelly, McKinnon, Mulhern, Shaw. Those two play catch at the point. Shaw again, looking, delaying. Another chance, right circle, Kelly denied there. Kazakov, glove up in the air, rebound. There's a save made, another chance. This one deflects off a stick in front. Another opportunity, everyone's squishing up down low. And almost.
A good patience there from the Seawolves there with the puck right in front of right in the slot. Unfortunately, the clearing attempt goes right off a Ram player and turns into another good scoring opportunity.
Zachary Bell wearing the same number 4 as hockey legend Red Kelly. So, as that one gets stopped there in front, Cordiero tangled up with Kowalski. This one is sent over and cleared away by the Seawolves just in time before Rhode Island can reset.
Stony Brook so far looking pretty strong here on this PK, staying calm and staying in their system.
Dimitri forehand. Once again, Stony Brook doing their parts. Time continues to wind down here on the power play for Rhode Island. They go down as an unsuccessful trip to the power play for the Rams, similar to Stony Brook early on in this contest. Whistle blown here. We'll have another draw.
That's a puck out of play, and I think that one just went below the stands, so no souvenir for anybody up here.
.12 seconds to go. URI back in front. 17-14 shots on goal. They stay out in front when it counts. Stony Brook gets another clear right off the draw. Here's the hard-charging and very skilled defenseman Zachary Bell. And now we're back to 5 aside.
That one takes a violent bounce into the URI bench, and we'll face this one off at center ice.
All hands on deck if you are part of the Rams roster there. Rare draw at center ice as Stony Brook comes up with it on the tie-up. Boris playing this one deep into the zone. Minerva directing traffic in the zone. Minerva trying to get a hold of the possession. There he is working down low, looking for a man open. Moving over into a new location, Gallo. With a trickery and craftsmanship done there that time by Zachary Bell to evade pressure. And Rhode Island benefiting from that as they gain the zone once again. Not able to do much there that time. Minerva drops it back to Boris. Boris handling business for the time being. Lofts this one ahead, but it's intercepted in the neutral zone by Judge. Another opportunity sent wide off the stick that time of Lockwood. Crane positioned at the top. Shaw. And again, Rhode Island taking all parts of the ice. Try to get something to go. Until now, Matt Minerva hard on the gas. Big glove save by Briggs.
Minerva there looking to try to pick a corner there on Briggs, and Briggs sees it all the way. Interesting breakout strategies here from the Seawolves here. They're trying to stretch the ice here, try to keep the URI defense honest, and try to send that stretch play and maybe try to set up, try to spring a man or try to generate more odd man rushes.
Things get situated. And Mancini plays it across off the draw to Town. Town with a swiping shot, doesn't get much on it. However, it does find its way down low in the corner. A gathering ensues. Rhode Island gets it right back. Stony Brook struggling on the forecheck right now, trying to get something to go here to be level with the Rams. Judge is the backtrack along with Engelson and Guacossi. Mulhern, McKinnon. Guacossi gave it away. Here is Nikiforov. Victor Nikiforov entangled there in the zone. Mancini from the top, saved by Briggs.
And those are the kind of opportunities the Seawolves need if they want to try to break this goaltender. Screenshots, stuff that's not straight on, deflections, one-timers.
They're doing everything they possibly can. And they're doing it right. Just Briggs is reading every one of those chances so far. Trezera. De Palma in the slot, Data over the nets.
Maybe the scouting report is shoot at his glove, but
Weebold in front. Heavy traffic incoming for Curtis Briggs. Here come the Rams the other way. Shot wide of Kazakov. Cordiero almost spiking that one on net that time. Again, Trezera looking, locating. Pressured there by Cordiero. Now directing traffic. Trezera. De Palma getting a piece of it. Chasing it down against his man Bell. Bell bumping all over different bodies, doing his parts. Mateo Data. Again, Rhode Island killing off precious momentum for the Seawolves. Anytime they have some energy going towards their way, Rhode Island gets it right back. Ermolini trying to shake off everyone with that chance. To no avail. Fess couldn't gallop his way through the defense. Rhode Island back right in the zone. Stumbling, trying to make a play happen there. That time was Risatelli. Fess almost losing an edge. Kowalski angles it across dangerously. So really couldn't do much there that time. Fess plays it across to Kowalski again. Here is Kozicki leading the charge in the zone, pushing that one ahead. So really couldn't get a piece of it as this one is sent wide. Briggs stays put. Almost 10 minutes left in the period. Kowalski maintaining the possession for Stony Brook. Zerilli on the hunt. Zerilli challenged there in the zone. Mancini gathers it, feeds it across town. got the shot off, but it got blocked. Another opportunity. Mancini rushing over the cover quickly. Oh, it almost got tapped home. Oh, and there's going to be a penalty. The second one of the night for Rhode Island. Stony Brook will go back to the power play. And finally, the sequence ends, and it ends in upset emotions and broken shrapnel.
And more importantly, a Stony Brook power play.
Yes.
That was an incredible sequence there from the Seawolves. Lots of good puck movement, good scoring opportunities, and like I said before, Stony Brook looking for that one-timer, that back door, the tap-in. That was right there, but Rhode Island's defense was right on the money in ensuring that the back door was covered.
There were a few of those, and it goes all the way back to when Kozicki had the puck. He threw it ahead looking for Zorilli, and there you said it best. The backdoor Bandits trying to come to life here for Stony Brook. Maybe that is the Achilles heel that can get the best of Curtis Briggs.
Well, an open backdoor is a goaltender's worst enemy. Ask any goaltender, he'll say, yep, I really love it. My defense covers my my backside there.
Ermelini charging in the zone. Down the wing he goes, bringing it back to the point. Town, Ermelini, those two play catch. Ermelini swings it down low to Kozicki. In close quarters with Ermelini. Feeds it across one-timer, Valencia on goal. Multiple jabs in front, no one able to put it home. Whistle blows feverishly.
Puck came loose just for a second there, but the whistle was already in the process of being blown.
It was just waiting to happen.
The scale's slowly tipping towards the Seawolves' favor here in terms of momentum as they're on their second power play here, brought to you by Stony Brook Orthopedics.
I knew I was forgetting something.
Don't worry, we got you.
Thank you for the coverage. Gallo. Mancini. New line intact here. Backdoor chance doesn't go. Nakagawa positioning himself in that deadly spot as Minerva gets situated in his office. Rhode Island with a clear again. Stony Brook trying to advance back ahead. Trading spots, Mancini and his defenseman alongside of him, Town. Or, by the looks of it, Town's not on the ice.
It's a bit of a miscommunication there at the blue line as the Seawolves are unable to break in with 33 to go on the power play.
This is an interesting situation. It would make sense. You put all your weapons out there, and if it means Mancini plays on the back end for just a little bit, then so be it. And there you see Mancini, normally a forward, positioned on the defense right now, to give his team the best opportunity they can get to strike on the power play. There he is, the left point with Mancini. Minerva. Oh, he had Mateo Data in the slot. Gallo controlling, flipping it down low in front of Mateo Data, couldn't finish it off. Minerva calling for his shot. Oh, Gallo with a stop. Rebound, big chance, and a big stop. Oh, it stays out again. Another opportunity. Oh, Gallo. Curtis Briggs is all over the place, staying alive somehow in that wild sequence. Another chance, and it squirts wide. Another chance again. Another drive misses. Rebounds from a tough angle. Mancini sending it, missing it. And the Rams get out of it unscathed.
A lot of those shots just flat out cleared the net entirely, and Sunrise don't want a bunch of those opportunities back as they had some golden opportunities to put one in the net.
I have a feeling a few Stony Brook players are punching the air right now in frustration.
I'm not seeing it on the bench. Definitely, although this is the type of power play, you get a lot of good momentum, a lot of good shots. You're seeing where the cracks in the armor are, and They saw the first one-timer opportunity was almost a goal. They're immediately back to it. Let's try to find some one-timers. Let's try to make the defense move. Let's get the goaltender moving, and maybe we'll find a place to sneak the puck in.
I saw at least three good looks for Matt Minerva in that one power play.
I don't know if you've picked up on this, but Stony Brook's been passing the puck up to the blue line and then going laterally across before going into the zone, and that's how they've been breaking in against the Rams.
That's right.
And the Rams have not picked up on that yet.
That's the big. That's a big word. Yes. We'll just have to see if they do or not. Right now, Stony Brook has them where they want, on their heels. And there is Bell, calm, cool, and collected as he had heavy pressure on his tail. And moving back up ahead, Ryan Godfrey, Bell, Godfrey, almost getting a piece of it was the hard-charging McKinnon. Godfrey, turnaround try, denied by Kazakov and slamming his stick in frustration. Bell off to the bench.
Stony Brook is they're starting to look like they're finding the holes in the URI armor that they needed to find earlier in the first period, but they're still a long ways off from putting it in the net.
That armor is slowly but
I wouldn't even say it's chipping away yet. I think we're just starting to learn about it.
It's slowly but quickly chipping away, if that makes sense. Stony Brook is making progress ever so slightly when it comes to exposing Curtis Briggs in this matchup.
I think more importantly than that, though, you got to get around the defense that's been backing him up.
Engelson tried to drop it to McKinnon. Zarilli was there first. McKinnon gets it right back. Looking for Engelson alongside of him. Now Kozicki racing over to grab the loose possession. Boense bunching together there with Kozicki. This one is sent wide off the stick of Crane. Cordiero looking for an option. Engelson with a hit there on Trezera. Those two exchanging pleasantries behind the play. Trezera in the face full of Cordiero. And Cordiero rushes back in the corner to grab it, swinging that one in front. Another chance. Ricocheting off the pad of Kazakov, who holds on for dear life.
Kazakov there with plenty of support around him and no Ram to jam in the rebound, so makes that job significantly easier when you got some friendlies around you. But Stony Brook's got to do a better job of making that first breakout pass. A couple times that last shift there, Stony Brook was guilty of giving the puck up right up to the defenseman for the Rams and keeping the pressure.
Guys just bunching in one location too much and opening up that gap for Rhode Island to take over. This one is sauced off the boards. Minerva held along there that time. Gallo, Minerva, Nakagawa. This very lively trio, which almost brought their team.
3-on-2 for the Seawolves. Broken up.
Oh, Town. Fortunately, no penalty there. Just right place, right timing on that hit. Wakasi with space. Nakagawa trying to grab a hold of the possession, couldn't be cleared out. Immediately ripped away and brought back in by Cordiero. Firing it across, and now it's Strohan almost punching that one home in front. And again, that opportunity misses. Another chance, another save by Kazakov, and now we get some jostling and a little more in front between Mancini and one of the Rams players.
been a relatively uneventful period for the score sheet so far, as we're down to 3:33. The shots on goal are knotted at 23, and URI still leads 1-0.
Mateo Data. Trying to draw something up, trying to draw something exquisite off the draw here. This one is slapped around the wall.
Takes an odd carom off the glass.
Bell showing his demeanor in the zone as he tried to grab a hold of the possession back from Stony Brook. Around the wall it goes. Rissatelli couldn't get there in time. There's De Palma. Hagliebel charging head. Here he is to the goal. Just ran out of room. Couldn't finish strong. Another chance in the trailer. Big opportunity. Multiple chances thwarted and shut down by Briggs, who holds up.
You definitely sense the frustration here as Stony Brook is unable to just brute force it through.
That was a good look by De Palma, leading Dweeble to the goal, and obviously Briggs using every ounce of his body and width to close it off. Slapped wide on that offensive try for the Rams that time. The hits keep on coming, though, for Stony Brook. Boris aiming ahead. Data couldn't get a hold of it. Liebold staying on the gas. Thomas Liebold tried to look for Data. He wasn't found, and this should reach the end boards for icing, and it does.
And now Stony Brook here with a good opportunity here as some of those Rams are trying to get off the ice for a change. And
they'll be stuck on the ice. Won't be able to make that switch because of the face-off draw taking place in their zone. So he got some gassed up, or not gassed up, he got some gassed Rhode Island players who now head to the bench, and Stony Brook will look to try to take advantage of that.
Well, unfortunately, URI was able to get pretty much everybody changed here.
Oof. Pepe. Took a hard bump along the stanchion right there, and this is lifted out of play, and we'll have another draw.
Puck off the ceiling here at the rinks. A little bit lower than most rinks, or at least most college rinks, where you'll have the higher ceilings, but it's one of the things about hockey rinks. You got to be aware of where you're playing.
So we've reached the last minute and a half or so of this period. The two teams continue to be intertwined in multiple scoring chances, and here's another one. Mulhern looking for an option, angles in! Shut down by Matvey Kazakov. The second try, he used the blocker to his advantage and got the job done.
Kazakov's been getting the job done all evening so far.
Shots 27-23, Stony Brook. Rhode Island on top, 1-0. A minute and a half to go in the period. This one is lifted almost out of play. Valenti able to evade damage there. This one couldn't be let out of the zone by Nakagawa. Stony Brook will have to retry again.
So many breakout passes have been broken up by URI in this period.
See if here's almost another one.
That's another.
Again. Stony Brook. Minerva. Trying to take on anyone in his path. as Rhode Island was able to stand their ground. Cordiero rushing into the other zone. Penalty drawn by the Rams. And back to the power play goes Rhode Island.
And for this one, it'll be a hooking against the Seawolves, and the guilty party's looking like it's going to be Trezera.
So each team has taken a pair of penalties apiece, and for one team at least tonight, they've gone unsuccessful on the man advantage. Stony Brook 0 for 2 on the power play. Now we'll see how Rhode Island does for the final 33 seconds and maybe more if this power play continues on in the third. Shaw, one-timer, blast just wide.
Wouldn't be surprised if Stony Brook tries to spring somebody.
They almost sprung someone there, right? Someone was springboarding in front, almost getting a hold of it, as all the time left in the period should die down here. Mancini, and that does it for 40. 1-0 the score. Rhode Island remains on top, but there's been a whole lot of things to look back on in this second period, Trevor.
Indeed, physical play picking up. Stony Brook finally finding some offensive pressure, and a lot of frustration on both sides in terms of not being able to score. I mean, a lot of these players are kind of, I don't want to say they're used to just lighting up the lamp, but a lot of shots and a lot of opportunities that are stopped in this game would be surefire goals in others, and we'll leave it at that.
I think you have to credit Stony Brook for just their discipline right now, and in a lot of cases, they'll find themselves very, as you mentioned, frustrated with so many outcomes and chances not going their way, and they'll take those penalties because of it. But here they are, only taking 2 penalties so far tonight and keeping this game nearly deadlocked.
A relatively close game here going into the third period. You got to hat tip the goaltenders for this one. They're putting on a clinic tonight.
Clear MVPs when this night ends.
With the shots on goal at the end of second, 27 for the Seawolves, 24 for the Rams. We're going to take a 15-minute timeout here at the rinks in Hop Hog, and we'll be back for the third period of action here on Seawolves Hockey on YouTube.
At Stony Brook Medicine, our gastroenterologists perform a groundbreaking procedure that restores the ability to eat, so Kevin can enjoy dining out again. Our kidney transplant team has one of the fastest transplant rates in the nation, so Pat can spend time doing what she loves. Our skilled surgeons perform robotic-assisted surgery for colon cancer, so Chris can get back to reeling them in sooner. Leading the way to make your life stronger. We are Stony Brook Medicine. All we do is all for you.
Music continuing to bump here as the two teams return to the ice in what should be a frantic finish in these next 20 minutes of play. Trevor Magnani alongside of me, Mike Calandra. This has been quite a fun night after 2 periods of play. Last period we got a whole bunch of scoring chances from Stony Brook's forechecking units and a whole lot of great goaltending from both sides as well.
Absolutely a fun period for some, a frustrating one if you're Stony Brook, as you have been basically stymied on every single opportunity presented. And you've only got 20 minutes now to put one tally up on the board and maybe two to win this one tonight.
Rhode Island's going to have to do everything in their power to try to put down Stony Brook, which is not an easy task. And this team has gotten a whole lot more stronger during the offseason as Chris Garofalo has assembled a great team with a whole bunch of new faces, as we alluded to at the top of the broadcast. And so far, here they are trying to get on the board. What a play in front there on the hard charging rush by Zachary Bell, swallowed up by Kazakov.
Zachary Bell coast to coast and stopped by Kazakov.
He was swooping in there and obviously was not going to let off the gas one bit. And if the contact happened to take place, we know Kazakov would get right back up on his feet. No harm, no foul.
Again, here, the Seawolves killing off the last minute here of a Tazera power penalty at the end of the period.
Yep, for holding, and that was for Tazera. Ooh, to Palma. Tried to go for the big hit, and he was sidestepped by Bell, and working at the top again, the Rams. Mulhern maneuvering over to Engelson. Mulhern looking. Mulhern firing. Glove save, Kazakov.
Kazakov with the open lane to see the puck, and no Ram there to pose a challenge. Stony Brook's power play penalty kill today so far has been very disciplined in keeping it shaped, keeping the puck to the outside.
Statistics do not lie with that thumb being at the top for the most. For the best power penalty kill percentage, as that one goes off of the arm of Kazakov and out of play.
I think that one caught the stick. Heard the clunk of wood on that one. Well, the clunk of composite, I should say.
Might be more of that for the rest of this way, as Rhode Island still putting the pressure on the Seawolves, who look for anything they can to get a goal on the board. Shots 28 apiece. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Minerva almost taken off the other way. He's right there, ready for the steal. Area is positioned along the half wall. Minerva trying to get a grab on that one, as that one is floated wide off the glove hand to Kazakov. Kozicki, Fess. Rhode Island working in front. Nakagawa just nonchalantly waiting for the possession to come to him, and it paid dividends as Minerva gains his own chance. Wristing that one out of play and showing his frustration.
That one caught a URI stick and fluttered up into the net.
Minerva had a good look on that one, and perhaps it would have been up high near the left shoulder. As you mentioned, help there for Briggs, courtesy of his defenseman. And Valente getting a chance, couldn't get that one through traffic. Gallo and Ermelini causing havoc in the zone. Zerilli waiting in the shadows, looking for his chance. He gets muscled in the boards there by Drohan. Valente sending this one in deep. Gallo motoring down low to grab a hold of it, or at least try to get a hold of it. Ermelini try to send that one back in the other direction. Valente tried to deliver the hammer. Instead, he was hit with the nail. Valente still in a fierce battle with one of the Rams as Stony Brook tries to stay put and get the possession, which they have. Now they'll try to do something with the possession here. Rhode Island obviously not allowing them to do anything. Now they're going to have to hurry back and try to stop De Palma. Here's Data to the backhand, missing wide. Rebound couldn't be punched ahead. Ooh, a nice look there, and it almost got past.
Took an interesting bounce there, lands on top of the net.
That's like yeah, that was a crazy carom.
Crazy is what Stony Brook is doing right now, because they're throwing everything they got at the net.
Didn't seem Briggs was alert on that one. It just kind of caught him by surprise. And honestly, I think for any goaltender, I think that type of shot would put everyone.
A little bit of a questionable stop there from Kazakov. He didn't like what he saw in front of him. He stops the play and puts a offensive zone faceoff here in the hands of URI.
Stony Brook trying to prevent more damage against Kazakov as this one goes out of play.
I'll bring this one back to center ice here as Stony Brook is starting. They gotta get back to that high-speed passing that was leading to good scoring opportunities in the second.
Mateo Data right off the draw. Trying to be one of those players to get an opportunity to go. He's had multiple chances along with the rest of the offense for Stony Brook. And again, another icing.
Another opportunity for Stony Brook here to draw up the play and set up what they want. Coach Garofalo able to put the guys out that he wants, and URI stuck with what they got.
We tend to see this a lot with Stony Brook's opponents, especially with Stony Brook trailing. They start to play a lot more cautious when the Seawolves have them cornered, and you're just going to see multiple icings endlessly happening in this third period.
And with that, we're knotted at 30 shots apiece. Both goaltenders doing an exceptional job tonight.
Forehand, circling, now looking to deal ahead to someone, and he does. This one is swiftly bounced off the glass, and it goes in for icing.
URI tried to beat the icing there, unfortunately unable to. If I'm Stony Brook, I'm looking to get to that face-off circle as quickly as possible.
Take advantage of all of these face-off draws in any way you can.
Definitely some gamesmanship on the URI side, and all's fair and love and war in that case. The referee's going to let you circle around and get a couple breaths. You take it.
Pepe, Devin Pepe, firing wide. Had the chance on his radar that time. Nikiforov muscled along the wall there. Pepe staying on the gas. Nikiforov with the steal. looking to deliver it in front. Had Edwards right there in the hot spot. No damage done to the Rams that time. Rhode Island remains out in the lead. Mancini and the Seawolves trying to reset quickly. Feverishly pushing ahead. Matt Minerva. Here he comes to the goal. Loose in front as it deflected off a pad there of Briggs. Fess can't get that one on go. And Kowalski.
If we could dial up the amount of time the puck has been open in the crease for Stony Brook, we would have probably at least 10 to 15 seconds of time.
Questionable missed call there. Pepe tripped up his man. The referees say no harm, no foul play on, boys. Minerva looking to distribute it out in front. Had Kozicki there, tangled up with another Rams player. And Rhode Island will softly walk this one deep in the zone. Or at least I thought. And here's another chance. Everyone losing. Oh, everyone out of control on the ice.
And that one goes out of play here off the glass. Changes will be allowed.
A lot of activity happening on the ice in both ends.
Stony Brook with another good shift and good opportunities. Still unable to put it home.
It was right there, waiting for someone to jam it home. That loose puck, as you mentioned.
A lot of pucks on the doorstep.
Shaw. Stick taps rumbling along the Stony Brook bench. Big block there by Nakagawa, almost twisting that one out of the zone. It continues to pop around everyone. Ooh, little trickery too by Justin Nakagawa. A Houdini act by number 13 to get into the zone there. Valenti pinching over, trying to keep it in the zone, which he does. Minerva on the gas. Oh, Tim Crane holds on tight. That'll sure rattle the glass any day. Chance in front, aiming for Mulhern, but Rhode Island remains in the zone. Another opportunity sent wide on the fadeaway try by Rhode Island's forehand. Again, another missed clear. This one just sent wide in front. Stony Brook trying to keep it away from the Rams. Get it to go, and Minerva is going to dump this one in deep. He heads to the bench. New reinforcements on the ice for the Seawolves. So really, the other co-captain for Stony Brook's team. Mancini drops it back to Town. Town eludes a man, gets by another, whips this one in deep. Ermolini locating it. Everyone bunching together, down low, pushed in front. Couldn't be jammed on there by Zarilli, who takes a reverse shoulder there by Ingleson, and it's further lifted out of harm's way by the Rams.
Referees letting them play here, letting them clang and bang.
Gallo doing the banging with the stick on the ice as he heads off to the bench. Meanwhile, Rhode Island tries to reset quickly, and they do. Cordiero, hot on the gas, down the wing, charging in. Couldn't send it across. Now he slams on the brakes in lightning quick fashion, twisting that one back to the point. Another chance deflected over the goal. It stays in the zone. Another touch on front, almost put home there that time by Tetrio. Oh! Boris getting dangerously physical in the corner there. As Ermolini skates right in. Toe drag doesn't go for number 17, but it's Stony Brook gets another chance to go, nevertheless, and out of play to stop play.
That was a veteran goaltender move there. Seeing the pressure there, knows he can deflect that puck anywhere he wants and chooses to deflect it out of play to the guaranteed whistle.
Curtis Briggs doing his job, stopping all 33 shots faced. Weebold to Palma. This heavy checking line that the Seawolves possess. Can they do the damage that needs to be done to get it back in this contest? Oh, and there was right there a deflection going wide off the stick of De Palma. And this skips off a glove and out of play in the Rhode Island bench.
Favorable face-off here for the Seawolves doesn't go all the way down the ice and potentially leading to another scoring opportunity for the Rams.
Data off the draw, tripped up. No call. Perhaps he drove himself to the ice under his own momentum. Stony Brook trying to reset once again. Valenti to Palma. Mateo Data, the Frenchman, gaining the zone. Mateo Data, puck on his string. Oh, he's met with heavy force there as Rhode Island pushes back ahead. In they come. Look at the work, craftsmanship done there again by the Rams forechecking units. That time by Max Lockwood, he's belted into the boards. Rhode Island getting a quick change on the defense. Forend. Now Judge observing ahead. No icing here. Stony Brook gets it back. Under 10 to go here in the third. Rhode Island with the steal on the pickpocket play. Sabo absorbs the pressure. And again, with the work done there by the Rams. This one going to be twisted out of the zone by Edwards. Once again, Stony Brook will have to recollect and reset. Or at least I thought, whoa! Almost touched on home there that time by Zabo off the feed from the corner by Godfrey. Pepe drops it back to Town. Ancini ready for that hit as he stayed on his feet. Long stretch speed ahead, missing the stick of Engelson. Nakagawa try to progress forward, shakes off a man. Nakagawa staying with it as McKinnon didn't give him an inch of space. McKinnon still harassing the Seawolves. Kowalski skips this one out of the zone. Mulhern backtracking, looking for an option. Feeds it ahead to Cordiero. Cordiero drops it back to Bell. Zachary Bell. Long dump wide of the nets of Kazakov, but it does the job to get him off the ice. Big chance of a beauty of a pad save by Matvey Kazakov. Is that the stop needed to awaken the beast for Stony Brook? They have 7.5 minutes to change the narrative. Cordiero, hungry for another chance. Cordiero looks for an option, had it right there along the half wall. Bodies piling along the wall there. Oh! And that one gets a piece of Kazakov's glove.
That one just danced right across the crease there, but nobody from Rhode Island to put it away.
Shaw, the captain, wraparound try. Late poke by Cordiero, and that's going to get the ire of the Seawolves. And now Justin Nakagawa tries to play peacemaker with one of the Rams players.
If they don't call one here, I don't know what they're going to call. I think we're going to get a slashing call here. We might get some reciprocating minors here, but I don't see a Seawolf player going to the box.
Yeah,
this is going to be a Seawolves power play.
Talk about a huge change of pressure here.
Stony Brook here with their third shot at the Stony Brook Orthopedics power play. And I think we might get a timeout here.
I mean, that is, I can understand you're on the forecheck. You're looking to jam that home regardless of whether the whistle is blown after, but that one was covered in plain sight. No chance of being put home as Kazakov had that in his glove already. And Cordiero still went after with the late poke, and oh boy.
Sometimes you get away with them, sometimes you don't. The referee was letting a lot go. It's a risk you take as a forward. You try to get that insurance goal.
The magnitude of this power play that sits on the shoulders of Stony Brook is something to behold. Now we just have to wait and see what the results will be. They work at the top. Gallo feeds it down low. Nakagawa, oh, he had Minerva on the far side, but Data has to control it again. Minerva looking, feeds it back to the point. Mancini, Minerva in his office. Long stretch feed across. It stays in the zone with some help there, ironically enough, from the bench. And Rhode Island score! Score! Tie game! Power play goal! The Seawolves are on the board!
And this one might be controversial. The puck stays in the zone because it goes off that blue pad on the boards, softening the blow and keeping the puck in the zone. And that leads to the extra chance opportunity for the Seawolves, and they don't waste it this time.
A delicate bounce off the half wall, practically right in front of the Rhode Island bench. Gets the best of the Rams. The Seawolves are on the board. We're tied at 1. Zachary Bell had a man in front there ready to jam it home.
Don't expect the Rams to take this one lying down as they're coming out with a head of steam here and already a good scoring opportunity.
Another chance just missing the high-rising glove hand to Kazakov. We know there's a change in direction in front, and perhaps it went off the stick of one of the Seawolves forwards there, off the shot by Mancini at the top. We just announced the recipients of the goal, although did not get a clear answer as to who scored that one. Did you, Trevor?
No, I don't think we got the announcement yet.
No, I thought we did. I just couldn't really hear it.
Yeah.
A little.
Unfortunate part of the North Rink here. The PA is a little muffled.
Just lacking clarity.
Speaking of lacking clarity in passing for the Seawolves, that's going to be another icing here. But
now this is the part you don't want to overdo your passes. You want to keep them as crisp, clean, and nearly perfect. Just want to do whatever you can to get that game-winning opportunity, or at least send it to overtime. Get that extra point under your belts so you can have an edge over your divisional and conference rivals in the standings.
Yeah, this is always going to be an important matchup here, and I think Stony Brook here is just okay with icing the puck here. They're not really expending much energy when they're doing it, so in a way that's kind of giving them a little bit more of a break.
So all of a sudden the building has come to life and reached new levels of noise.
All right, this time, third time's the charm for the Seals. They are able to break into the zone and get a change.
The amplitude of this matchup continuing to rise. Seawolves back in the zone. Mateo Data sending that one just wide. This one is sent in deep by Gallo. Back to grab it, Crane. 4.5 remaining. Deadlocked at 1.
URI will do a full sail change.
Mancini. Again, Judge slamming on the brakes, looking for an option. Feeds it ahead, but it's cut off by Mancini, who spikes this one back the other way. Off the bench goes off to the bench, Mancini in town. Back out on the ice, Trezera and Kowalski. Those two position themselves ready. Ready for Rhode Island's heavy-powered offense. McKinnon trying to get by Trezera. Looked far ahead, looking for Engelson, who was not there in time to grab the possession. Everyone bunching up along the half wall. McKinnon trying to twist that one back to his forehand. Mateo Data feeds it ahead, and here comes Stony Brook. Grant Ermolini on the hunt. Ermolini taking this wide. Ermolini, wraparound try, doesn't go. Trezera for the top. Oh! Glove snag up high. Not on my watch, says Curtis Briggs.
And Briggs there with another big one. Each team 36 shots on goal, knotted at 1, 3.5 to go in regulation.
The chances keep on coming for Stony Brook. Curtis Briggs has just eaten them all up except one. Kazakov.
Flash in the leather.
Says, I'll do you one better.
The goaltender matchups are always an interesting dynamic to look at.
And how poetic it would be if Stony Brook comes out with a big win on this one, as it's happened to be the same exact score, except Stony Brook on the losing end, 2-1 last season, in that second of 2 matchups at the rinks. And that's the kick-started Rhode Island's campaign at winning a whole bunch of games against Stony Brook in head-to-head play-ins. Here they are, knotted up, and after seemingly having the victory under their belt, Stony Brook, though, said not on their watch.
Play really slowing down here, coming down to a lot of whistles.
It's becoming a game of inches. That one couldn't be knocked out of the zone. Now navigated out of the way by Nikiforov. Boy, Chance Pepe sending that one off the pad of Briggs. Nikiforov racing over to the grab, or try to at least grab a hold of the rebound. He's pushed up against the boards alongside Edwards. Rhode Island doing their parts at trying to prevent the Seawolves from causing more damage. Mancini keeping Rhode Island away from the zone for now. This one is punched over, but no one home. Ermolini grabs it again for Stony Brook. Mancini. Town backhands this one in deep. Ermolini on the hunt, gets by Bell. Rhode Island, though, trying to push back the other way. Stony Brook not retreating one bit. Under 2 minutes to play. Kowalski takes a knee, crossing the zone, and then there's more damage being done down low in the corner.
A bit of surprise there. No arm raises on either of those, but
2-on-1 chance the other way. McKinnon across. McKinnon from Moxby. Kazakov said no. Ermolini gives it right back to the Rams as we close in on the final minute of play in regulation. Engelson backhands this one on. It gets lost in front. It's jabbed wide for good measure. Trezera pulls it back away from the Rams. Kozicki hot off the bench. Cordiero. Oh! Big check laid by Justin Nakagawa. Minerva. Kozicki. Nakagawa bashing in the zone. That one couldn't be angled ahead. Mancini cut off the feed. Justin Nakagawa couldn't spring free as he went for the toe drag maneuver. Chance in the zone in the other end. Engelson driving into the backhand, sent it wide. One last chance. That is all for 3, and we go to overtime.
All right, take a breather. Definitely one here where this game could have gone either way multiple times. And we'll take a 30-second timeout ourselves here, as we'll catch a break ourselves. We'll get some water, and we'll see you at the start of overtime.
At Stony Brook Medicine, our gastroenterologists perform a groundbreaking procedure that restores the ability to eat, so Kevin can enjoy dining out again. Our kidney transplant team has one of the fastest transplant rates in the nation, so Pat can spend time doing what she loves. Our skilled surgeons perform robotic-assisted surgery for colon cancer, so Chris can get back to reeling them in sooner. Leading the way to make your life stronger. We are Stony Brook Medicine. All we do is all for you.
Welcome back to the Rinks and Hop Hog. We are at the start of overtime here. As we're tied at 1, it's time for some bonus hockey.
Yes, sir. The two teams implement their final strategies for what should be a battle to the very end, we hope.
Well, Stony Brook's got their skaters out. URI's got their skaters out, and now we're just waiting on the countdown here from the timekeeper here to get overtime started.
4 on 4.
3 on 3.
3 on 3. Okay.
3 on 3 we play.
3 on 3.
Just like the Chell.
Just like the Chell. I love it.
5 minutes overtime. If we don't have a winner after that, we'll head to the shootout.
No, I want to keep on going all night long.
Unfortunately, the finances say we can't. So 5 in a shootout it is.
All right, indeed. We'll just have to enjoy every single second of this. Justin Nakagawa, who sparked some energy late in regulation, has the puck on his stick. Feeds it over to Trezera. 3 on 3, just like how the big boys do it. Here comes Bell in the zone with McKinnon. Bell, spinorama. Mulhern. Bell trying to twist away from pressure there. Bell. Gallo bunched up together. McKinnon moving over to a new location. Drops it back to Bell. Bell, high slot, can't deliver it down low. Intercepted by that man, Gallo. Moving ahead with Trezera. Trezera aims up ahead to Gallo, and this leaves Justin Nakagawa hanging by himself, rushing back to make it 2-on-2, score! Overtime, heartbreak, the Rams. Mulhern, 2-1 on Long Island.
And just like that, in overtime, it's not always having the best opportunity, it's making the best of the mistakes. And the turnover and the high end of the zone there by the Seawolves led to a 2-on-1. And since we're playing a series, we'll shake hands tomorrow as the Seawolves salute the fans tonight. We're going to get out of here, and we'll be back tomorrow. We've got a 5 o'clock matinee. And yeah, I think we'll have another close one. I don't know. What do you think?
If it's the same goalies, bring on the fun. But if not, we'll still be here to deliver it all.
And deliver it all we shall. And for everybody here at Stony Brook Hockey making this broadcast possible, we're saying good night and see you tomorrow.